Okay, so it is July 27, 2026, and Mr. Perry has not shut up all day. Same thing. Threaten and harass. I made you broke, call me. I took all your clothes and your family and everything good in your life and ruined it, call me. Who's leaking on me? Is it your kids? Is it your mom? Is it Bob? Is it Al? Who's leaking? Leaking what to who? Leaking what to who, sir? So, like we said, every contact, every problem, every loss gets us more because that's part of the crime being investigated. More to ruin you with. That's the goal. That's the objective. Ruin you. Shut your shit down. Because you're a human trafficker and you're trying to kidnap me. And you've about killed my son. You're trying to kill me too. And you act like nobody will suspect a thing. And we don't even have words for that. But that has made this so easy, it is not even fair. Literally. It's like he's trying to help us give more evidence to ruin him in a criminal case that he says it doesn't exist and there's no investigators. While he's asking me, who is it? Who leaked? Who leaked what to who? What's the crime that would be leaked and who would they leak it to if we're not telling the truth, sir? And you're not under investigation and you get caught all day long, every day. Leak what to who, Mr. Perry? You're not all there, are you? Literally so easy it's not even fair. So, the results of every contact, every problem, every loss, every time he contacts me to tell me, I took your clothes, call me. I'm having you pulled over and arrested, call me. Ask to talk to me. Oh my God, why would I do that? Why the hell would I do that? Why would I call you? I have absolutely no motive to call you at all. 420 pages on this blog of a whole lot of very, very detailed, specific information on your crime, your conversations, your phone calls, your meetings of your people, you and your people, your human trafficking partners in crime. Your money that you paid for a cover-up bought all of that. Didn't buy a cover-up. It bought 420 pages. So when we get information, some might be true, all true. It might be partially true. It might be all false. Mr. Perry, we have different ways that we need to confirm it. And you seem very, very intent on getting us intel and confirming the intel to use against you in a criminal case to shut your whole organization down. You call yourselves the Billionaire Boys Club. You call yourselves the Brotherhood. What else do you call yourselves? You think you're a hotshot? You think you're sexy? You think you're some sort of chick magnet? Then why you have to kidnap women and hold them hostage? I think that you're not getting it. You are abhorrent to the entire rest of the world. Abhorrent to the entire... That's why we have 420 pages. You're not quoting our phone calls or our meetings, are you? You can't even get a name of anybody investigating you, can you? You can't even 15 years, all the money you paid to cover up your crime, sir, and get a name of somebody investigating so that you can get them to back off and fire me, got you. None of that. None of that. Those are the results of your actions, sir, that are abhorrent to all normal people. It got us this. It's like you're trying to help us. Every contact, every problem, every loss. Every contact, every problem, every loss. Every contact, every problem, every loss. 420 pages, going back to 2017, is intel you've already confirmed, or someone else did. This is not a half of it. That you don't know what all we have, who all has it, what they're going to do with it, when they're going to do it. What you have control over is how pissed off did you want them to be when they do it. What does it mean that we have it? You have no idea, do you? You continuously fail to respond appropriately to what's happening. That's why my boss will not talk to you. He does not have the time for that. He's like, my time is being spent very productively. We're meeting objectives. Spent very productively doing what I'm doing. I do not have time to stop that, pick up the phone, and have a conversation with a drunk 6-year-old who continuously fails to respond appropriately to what's happening. I'm not a special education teacher. I'm not doing the finger paint thing for this guy. I'm very, very, very busy. We've heard locals let him take up an entire night or an entire day arguing and talking in circles and arguing and talking in circles and I don't know why they put up with that. We don't call him. We won't even we don't dignify him with nothing. We told him what to do if he wanted our help, and he won't do it. So he gives us the middle finger. He didn't get we won't give him the time of day. That's all there is to it. So whatever offer they made, Charles, to call you, if you give it back and get out, is off the table. It won't matter what you do now. They're not going to call you. You blew that. The only thing now to consider is, did you want to pay for the damages you caused me and Dennis, or did you want them to get it, and it would probably cost you double, because there's a lot of court processes involved in all that. So, did you want it to cost what the damages are, or double? And the interest is compounding daily, by the way. And that's not up to you. None of that's up to you. Wasn't up to you when we got this. Not up to you what we do with it and when we do it and how we do it, is it? Or Steve Kunzwiller, or Judy Parker, or Claire Egan. My boss decides. We decide. When to get it, how to get it, and what to do with it, and when to do it, and who to do it to. You're deciding how pissed off are we going to be when we do all that. Because you enjoy antagonizing me constantly, and the guys sit there and watch you do it, and they get furious with you. When is he going to fuck the hell off? It isn't even helping him. It isn't even benefiting him unless he's trying to help us get more intel. Then maybe it is. He wants us to shut his shit down with it. What else would we do with it? Why else do it? Why else work hard getting all this information if the goal isn't to use it in a criminal case, put you in jail and shut your whole thing down? You tell us. Since you like living in pretend make-believe world, what do you pretend we're doing this for? Huh? What does it mean that we have this? If your attorney hasn't explained to you what it means we have this, you need a better attorney. Just like that, you just do. Every contact, every problem, every loss. Every contact, every problem, every loss. Every contact, every problem, every loss. That means every time you contact me and you start, I'm having you pulled over and arrested, call me. I ruined all your things. I threw all your clothes away, call me. I made you broke, call me. Who's leaking? Is it your kids? Is it your mom? Is it Al? Is it Bob? It's Bob. Is Beverly? Oh my God. Every contact, sir, got me a name. Every time you did something to my kid, we got names. Every time you hurt him, we got more names, David. Is that what your objective was? Because that's all you got. Every time you hurt me, every time you try to poison me or drug me or kill me or kidnap me, we get more names. Your cover-up uncovered. Your money that you paid for cover-up got this. You're not all there, are you? It's not my problem. See, all these code words, they describe a criminal act with intent to coerce human trafficking delivery. Some of these acts are violent. Some of them are financial crimes. Apparently, this weekend they wanted to shut my bank accounts down and do what they call run the tornado on me. They tried. The guys called me this weekend, Sunday. You got money in your bank account? Do not switch some over. Usually, what I do is I'll divide up for my own purposes. And some of it stays in my bank account. Some of it goes in the Cash App. And like, don't send anything to Cash App right now. Just leave it where it is. Leave it alone. So I didn't do it. So apparently, whatever they planned. Then it was, well, let's send a computer to her virus, and then we can say the account got eaten up by the virus. Why do you guys talk like that? Like you got hay stuck in your mouth or something. So we heard that too. We have that one too. And is that true, or you want to confirm that? Or are you going to piss us off? So when they file charges, they just throw the book at you? Is that what you want, Charles? It seems like that's what you want. Because that's what you're doing to get that result. And you do it all day, every day. You know, don't say you didn't like us getting this information. You helped us get it. Every contact, every problem, every loss. Loss of my privacy, loss of my time with my kids, loss of money, loss of property, loss of time. Where every time you poison something, I got to throw it out and go get more. I got to go buy something I already have. So it's not only money. Now I have to buy two. I have to drop everything I'm doing and go back to the store. So that's my time. And my boss gets really, really pissed off at people wasting my time. That's why he has never called you. He will not talk to you on the phone. The man is not going to waste my time. I have heard him spend hours on the phone arguing with Sheriff Reed. I've sat there and listened to it. It'll make you want to go bang your head on a wall. It will literally make you go. That guy, he goes, that guy is nuttier, batshit crazy, nuttier than a fruitcake. And, I mean, it's common knowledge that everybody's like, well, it's like talking to a drunk 6-year-old. He literally talks in circles and he doesn't make any sense. So, and he's been asked twice now, does your attorney know you're making these kind of phone calls? That's Charles Perry. Wow. Oh my God. So you think my boss is going to dignify you with 1 minute of his time when he's busy and he can get all this? And all those names we just showed you? And 420 pages of your phone calls and your meetings just like that one? Will you make a complete buffoon ass of yourself talking like you talk? Mr. Perry? You feel like some sort of hotshot doing that? Did he get you a cover-up? What'd you get you? He got you this. This is the result of what you do all day with your time and money. Tony's money. People who gave you their life savings. You're not all there, are you? You have Huntington's disease, we understand. You keep confirming that. That's what my boss, I'm sitting there listening to him and Sheriff Reed argue and argue and argue and argue. And that Charles doesn't make any sense at all. And you can tell Sheriff Reed gets very frustrated. But, and he's trying to get him off the phone. I got stuff to do. I got to go. And Charles just won't let it go. He just keeps having the same argument and argues and argues, and he doesn't make any sense. And so I'm going to say he is living, breathing proof that you cannot reason with a crazy person. You can't do it. Sheriff, we tried. We sat there and listened to him do it. For hours, we've listened to him do that. Sheriff Reed has crime to solve, people to protect who elected him to do exactly that with their money, taxpayer money. And he goes, here's Charles calling him up, hours and hours on the phone, talking in circles, doesn't even make sense. And he said, one lady we heard call him and tell him, Charles, we need you to stop trying to talk to her. Please stop trying to talk to her. Well, I just need to tell her. No, she doesn't want to hear it. She's made that very clear. She does not want to hear from you. Well, we just need to sit her down and tell her. No, Mr. Perry, she does not want to talk to you. She's already made that very clear. She moved 2 times not to have to talk to you. Well, we just want to tell her. No, Mr. Perry, please listen to me. I need you to stop trying to talk to her. Well, we just want to tell you. No, Mr. Perry, please. That went on for an hour, just like that. So everybody's like, wow. Oh my God. Wow. So my boss is like, hell, I will fucking not call him and do that. There's one thing I get very irritated at, and that is people who take up my time. It's my time. It's valuable. I'm getting stuff like this with my time and with my resources. I do not have time to be distracted with something like that. I do not. So, until he does what I told him to do in March 2020, you sick motherfucker, you don't invade her privacy. You don't contact her or her family. She cannot be broken, have problems and loss because of you and me call you. I will not give you the time of day. You cheating, lying piece of shit. You do not do women and kids that way. If you do, this happens. You take, we take. My guys are very manly, and they're very chivalrous, and they do not act like you, and they can get a name and you cannot. And for the life of you, for 15 years, you cannot put that together in your head. You're very, very mentally slow. It is extremely embarrassing. Extremely embarrassing. So, when you guys start to figure out what it means that we have this and what you're doing to get it right to us, to trigger the reactions that you're getting, people find you abhorrent. You can't get even one name. Not even one. In 15 years. Your money bought this for us. Every problem, every contact, every loss gets us more. You are told to give back what you took, fix the problems you caused, and you get the fuck out of my life. Or We will get more and do it for you ourselves. It is not if, it's when. And if we have to do it for you, it will cost you likely double. And every day, cha-ching, oh, because another loss. Cha-ching, another one, add that to the list. Cha-ching, and yet another one, add that to the list. Every contact, every problem, every loss, because that's part of the crime, dum-dum. You're just not all there, are you? Criminals are stupider. They wouldn't be criminals. Everybody else can figure out how to make money without doing stuff like that and hurting other people. And having to resort to murder in the first. And rape. And you can't make money without women. You can't. You don't know how. Other men can do it. You cannot. That's pretty pathetic. You can't fight a woman without help. All you men can't fight one woman without help. We have no words for that. You have quite the reputation. It's you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. But that's your choice. You chose it. Okay, so Mr. Perry confirmed this again and again and again. I'm gonna have her car towed and sold before she figures out it's not legal for me to do that. So what this conversation actually did happen right before I left Tulsa. So I guess they told everybody make sure she doesn't make any money. And okay, so allegedly, or what the information we have in is that the people behind that are Charles Perry and David Robertson, of course, and Lucius and Calvin. Lucius, of course. Gregory, of course. Okay, there's 6 guys that you can count on. They're in it. If it's bad, if it's a criminal act that's causing me an injury, or my son, or either one of my kids, these 6 are going to be in it. They're behind it. Charles Perry, David Robertson, Lucius, Gregory, Gordy, and Jacob. Those 6 people are top of the list of first to be arrested when they start making arrests. Those 6. Because they're sitting there planning all the stuff that is criminal that causes me and Dennis and Tristan a loss or an injury of some sort. So they think they're not going to jail and we're just getting this information because we're just bored or we're going to use it for party entertainment or something. But here's the thing. Whether they sit there and daydream and they're delusional, I can get this kind of information before, not after. And they have not even one name, much less our conversations. Nobody will help them with that. Because they're abhorrent to the rest of the world. Abhorrent to the rest of the world. In their little room, they sit there and talk each other up. And they make each other believe that they're some sort of hotshot, cool people. But outside of that little room is the entire rest of the world that says, yeah, I don't think you are. We don't think you are. We find you abhorrent. And we all can't wait till you're in jail and gone. And the suffering you cause, and the problems you cause, and the loss you cause, and the broke you cause, and the maimed bodies and murders you do, gone with you. And all the harassment, and all the bothering, and all the phone calls, and taking up people's hours and hours and hours of people's time, talking in circles, acting like a drunk 6-year-old, gone with you. There won't be any more of that. And guess what, Mr. Perry? When you're in jail, I will never be broke again. Ever. I won't even be asked to lie. My boss said at no time did Cynthia ever have to lie for anybody, but sure as shit, not some scumfuck like you. Are your kids proud of you, sir, and how you've spent all your time all these years for a decade now? I don't know how. You embarrassed the hell out of me. I'm not your kid. We're not even family. We're not even friends. So I can't imagine how awful this must be for your wife, Jackie, and your kids, and how you've spent your time for the last decade. Anyways, but what we heard is that there was one night they kept talking about towing my car, and I'd go out, I'd put gas in it, and I'd get to work, and I'd come out, and there'd barely be any in it. Well, I'm filling it up, or I'm filling it to 3/4 of a tank or half a tank. So they'd have people go in there and distract me or something, and because I would sit there and watch my car in the cameras. There was a TV right at the bar where I worked, and I would try to park right under a camera so that I could sit there and watch my car, because Mr. Perry's always threatening to take my car, like daily, We gotta get her car towed. Let's get a car. Let's get her walking, then kidnap her when she's walking. Marvin said get her walking and he can kidnap her when she's walking. Make her get a flat tire and see if she'll flag you down. Yee-haw! We're all inbred hee-haw. Nobody suspect a thing. Really? You sure? Is that what you think? Is that really what you think, Marvin? Who the fuck is it, Marvin, Charles? Every contact gets me more, bitch. Like names. You are unbelievably stupid. All of you. So, I'd go outside after work to go home, and my car would almost be empty. And I'm like, well, I'll just put gas in it. And, I know how much, gas it takes to get out here. And so I'd have to stop and get more gas. So the guys add that they got a forensic accountant tallying up all the losses Mr. Perry's caused me. So it's astronomical, I'm told. And interest compounds daily, sir. You chose that. I cannot wait till they put your ass in jail and they start showing you all this in court. The whole list of everything they wrote down, or they don't get a pen and write it down. It goes on in a computer, like an Excel file or whatever. Me and Dennis both. Here's what they took. Here's the damages. Here's the amount he owes, and it's an ongoing tally every single fucking day. You're abhorrent to people that you steal from women and children, and you can't make money without women. You can't do it. You don't know how, and you can't fight a woman without help. Wow. And you think you're a hotshot chick magnet and can't figure out why nobody will give you even a name, huh? Wow. We don't do finger paints, Mr. Perry. We're not special education teachers, sir. You need one, though, If you have an attorney that can't answer those questions for you and explain that stuff to you, you need a better attorney. Can't afford one? Ghetto? Huh? Are you too ghetto? You can't get an attorney that can actually answer questions for you? And to explain things to you? Listen, that is not my problem. Never has that been my problem. Anyways, so they were doing that. They were sticking nails in my tires. So, I had to make some adjustments. They're always trying to do something to my car. Because they thought, we call it with intent to coerce human trafficking delivery. It's the but-for causation standard with intent to coerce human trafficking delivery. They want to get money when they deliver me in this illegal human trafficking deal they've made with Larry, the Houston realtor, who I guess now has made some sort of trade. Yeah, because I think he, I don't know, did he get scared? Did he get scared of the investigation like normal people do? Enough to stop? Okay, so I'm driving down the freeway in Medford, and somebody threw a brick at me, and because I saw Charles Perry's guy sitting at the end of the drive, I went out a different way, which delayed me about 2 minutes. So if I had not done that, because what they would do is they would sit one guy at the end of the drive where I'd pull out of the parking lot to get on the freeway, and then they'd sit another one at the dam, and then they'd sit another one down the road. So they would call down to each other, here she comes. Here she comes. She'll be, in 30 seconds, she'll be at your X marks the spot, throw the brick. But thankfully, I was a little bit delayed because I saw them, and they got something up, something's planned. So I went out a different way, and it delayed me about 2-3 minutes. So instead of hitting me in the face and cracking my head in two like it did my engine, which they intended, it hit the asphalt and bounced up under my car and cracked my engine in two and totaled my car. Yeah. Murder attempt number 50? Okay. This is then they got hit right at the wheel. And then I got hit again right at the wheel. This was a hit and run. This is the one that I took and reported to Tulsa police. Most of the time I don't call the police. It's a waste of my time. Again, I got cops helping me. I don't need them. I don't need locals. Locals are usually on they're Charles Perry's bitches, so I just don't deal with them. There's no point in it. TPD was the worst. I think everybody's very clear on that. TPD was literally the worst. So, people, there was a national news story on CBS. Nobody trusts them. And there's a reason for that. Okay, you can either trust your cops or you can't. And you trust them because they show up and do their job, or they don't. And they've caused a lot of problems for a lot of people. And a lot of people are pretty mad at him, and we're not even going to get into who all and who what, why should I? It's not my problem, it's your problem. Anyways, so I reported this, and I walk in, and I had on my report, I believe that this is possibly related to a stalking and a human trafficking situation, and my testimony in retaliation for my testimony for a police officer who was murdered, and there's about to be a trial on his murder. I believe this is part of the retaliation on that. But you're the cops. You're supposed to investigate all that, right? So here's my evidence that made me come to that conclusion. And the lady said, oh, we don't do that here. And I go, what do you mean? I start laughing. I'm like, I thought she was kidding. I'm like, what? What do you mean you don't do that here? She goes, and keep in mind, I got cops telling me, giving me information like this from somewhere else. Do I really need Tulsa police for anything? No, I really don't. We called them maybe out of courtesy because it's their jurisdiction and they fucked it up. So my guys won't talk to them either. Could that be it, Jerry Bender? Did you guys think any of this through before you did it? Okay, but they gave me this information right here. See, Jerry? And all the 420 pages on that blog and all those names and all those code words, Jerry. TP didn't do that. My guys did that. Okay, so I gave her papers. I go, look, my attorney said, you need to have this with the report. No, we don't do that here. We don't take the evidence here. We don't do that here. And I said, my attorney said to. Well, you tell your attorney we don't do that here. I couldn't believe the police are telling me we don't take evidence here. It wasn't the first time they'd done that to me too, by the way. I shoved my papers up under the glass and I looked at her and I said, today it is, and I turned around and walked out. Today, that's how you do this here. Okay? Then I mailed another copy to Jerry Bender and said, your officer failed. And we got it duly noted for the record in somebody else's jurisdiction. Good luck with that. But I'm not going to sue you, Jerry, and Tulsa police. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to out-cop your people. I'm going to make them look like the buffoons that they're acting like right now. I don't think they're all buffoons, but you got some buffoons there. She's one of them. So I'm going to show you how this is done, okay? Watch this. Watch this. They're all jealous of me. Or not all of them. The bad ones are jealous of me. Anyways, read the traffic court case, Jerry. What did I say to the judge in that? Have you read the transcripts, Jerry? You and Steve Kunzwiller? Did you guys look at what we did there? We just laid the foundation for part of the criminal case. Sir? Is it federal or is it state? How many states are involved? Sir, do you know? No, because you don't get to be in the need to know. You don't get to be in the loop. Because you and your guys failed. You didn't just fail me. My son would be fine had you done your job the first time I walked in your building. So would Lucky Miller. They'd be alive. They'd be fine. My son is alive, but he's not fine. You are causing people to die. Because you and your people are stupid or you're corrupt. You tell us which one it is. You guys like going into court and whine and cry and do the sob story and act like you think you're the victims. And you're going to beat down a woman and that makes you tough. Okay. The rest of the world finds you abhorrent. So nobody will give you even one name in 15 years. We have at least 150. To your nothing. You wanted to be Charles's bitch so bad. How is that working for you now? You and David, you wanted to be Charles Perry and David Robertson's bitch so damn bad. How's that working for you now? I'm ashamed for you. I really am. There's honor in the badge. There's honor in the badge. Your kids have to live with your work product long after you're gone because you're going to leave them either with a safer community or something more dangerous. And they might be your grandkid or your great-grandkid might be the casualty of your failure. It may be even after you're gone. So that's on you. That's your fault. Your fault. Because you're a failure. You failed. Then he hit me again at the wheel. It's always right at the wheel. See? Nobody else suspect a thing. I don't think that's the way that works. But, you live in daydream world all the time. So think what you think. While you sit there and pretend we're getting real evidence against you. Real information. Charles. You make me want to throw up. The rest of the world finds you abhorrent. This is what I called Mike Neely over. There's powder all over my trunk. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I asked the maid, I'm like, did you guys see anything? Anybody put something in my trunk? And she's like, no, but it's all over this room. It was literally all over that room. This is not the only picture that I took and gave to Manfred Police. This was just one table, but it was literally all over that room. David Robertson had dynamic shot employees staying at the same hotel as me while we're in the middle of a lawsuit and I'm trying to get a protective order against him. You think that was really smart? Do you see how stupid these people are? But then 6 days later, Chief Miller gets murdered, and Mike Neely's blamed for it, and Mike Neely didn't have a mark on him, and he was found dying of opioid overdose, and I've already been through that. So I've always said David Robertson and Charles Perry, and those guys killed him, Lucky, and framed Mike. Prove me wrong. I did a whole podcast going through each and every little detail, because I can out-cop TPD in my sleep. It's not hard. They're corrupt. They just don't give a shit. We're going to get people killed. Who gives a shit? Here's the thing about a cop. You don't leave your guy down if it was an active shooter. If Mike Neely got shot, would you just leave him there and walk off? Because that's what you did to him in the murder trial of Lucky Miller. You just left him there. I didn't. I lost my ass. I lost everything I have and everybody I know. Because I had the guts and the balls to say, no, that's not what the facts say happened that night. The facts say this, and I'm going to Sherlock the shit out of this. Watch me. And you know what everybody said, Jerry Bender? When they found out I was going to look on the docket and start reading through transcripts and find out what's going on, they said, watch, she'll find every mistake they made. That's my reputation, Jerry. That's my reputation. That's my reputation, Jerry. Not yours. Not your people. Not Blankenship, not Calvin. That's my reputation. Watch, she'll find every mistake they made. This is not going to be covered up anymore because she's looking into it. It was just 6 days. Did you guys plan this trip to Pensacola for them after he took my reporter before? How did you know Mike Neely had to be begged to go to Pensacola? You asked me. Look, we have your subpoena. We know you're called as a witness. We're going to tamper with you anyway. Now, we've been asking you 4 times. How you did it in writing, in a text. In a Facebook message, I mean. How did you know Mike Neely had to be begged to go to Pensacola? I didn't know that. But you're telling me that, so now I have evidence that it wasn't just murder. It was first-degree murder. You planned that. You just want to know if I know which one of you talked him into going. Is that what you're telling me? Your question actually is? I mean, I can out-cop TPD in my sleep. Remember? Don't forget who you're dealing with and who you're talking to. I have 420 pages they don't have. They're not good enough to be on our team. It's a need to know. Okay, so what happened the night at Walmart is Mr. Perry, every contact gives me more intel, sir. You're helping us ruin you. It's like you want to be ruined. Or you're just too stupid to know any better. I don't do stupid. Why would I want to be with somebody stupid? Creepy Chucky. You're creepy too. Very, very creepy. Okay, so what happened in the Walmart situation is right before I left Tulsa. And by the way, you know why I left Tulsa? Because they caused me to lose my job. And they ran all my family off. I really had no reason to be there anymore. There's nowhere to work. You can't work. You can't pay for a place to live. I'm staying with a friend. And you know that because you got cameras in where I live now. Don't you? Because you're video voyeurs and you're sick little fuck perverts, aren't you? You can't get a woman to like you, so you have to sit there and watch TV and pretend. You know who else can do that? A 6-month-old baby. Can sit and watch TV, bang on things, play with dollies, and pretend. You are something. Now you can't figure out why people won't help you with a name. Okay. Anyway, so what happened is, and then they've been trying to get me to go back to Tulsa. I'm like, wow, I have nothing to go back to. You ruined my job, and I worked at that place for 10 years. But you know what? My boss hurt me for you for the last time, and they did that. They did things to hurt me for you a lot, and I didn't say a word about it for 10 years. I kept my mouth shut, and I just put my nose to the grindstone and just plowed right on through. Whatever successes I've had, Charles, were never because of you. It was always in spite of you. Okay, you do nothing but ruin all things good. And you can't figure out why nobody give us a name. Oh my God. Why don't she like me? Oh, because you ruin all things good. Because you enjoy watching other people suffer. And normal people find that abhorrent, sir. And you ought to know that, and you ought to know better. It's shameful that you don't. But let me tell you something. The guys are getting a lot of pressure to hurry up and put you in jail, so I'm not broke anymore and I'm with my son. And you're not around anymore to interfere or harass me or bother me or threaten me. You're just gone. And all your abhorrent with you. So you will never get a name. When he handcuffs you, that's when you get the name. Okay, you had 6 years to ask him questions before, and you didn't want that. You gave him the middle finger all day long today still. And for the past 6 years. Okay? Good luck with that. Anyways, so I go to... I have nothing to do. They ruined my family relationships. So I have a bunch of family in Oklahoma. So that's why we went to Oklahoma, me and Dennis, to get safe. And my family helped get my kid almost killed. Taking him around you behind my back and lied to me about it. So there's going to be some legal consequences for them as well, and it's out of my hands. The guys are handling all that. Anyways, I don't have family to go to anymore. I don't have a job to go to anymore. So why does Steve want me in Oklahoma anyway? What's it to him? What's he care? He's part of the reason I don't have a job. So we are told that he had talked to some of my customers, and they found out who my customers were if they gave me a phone number and that customer was texting me. Once in a while, I'll text a customer outside of work. If I do, I expect them to pay me for that. That's my time. Okay, there's no sex or anything. I didn't do the prostitution thing. That wasn't my thing. But if you want to text me, I'll drop everything I'm doing on my day off and text you. But you're going to pay me if I need $60 or $30 or $20. I expect you to pay me. I'm an independent contractor. If I want to charge you, I can charge you. And that's none of Steve Kunstwiller's business, is it? But one of my customers complained to one of my people, Mr. Kunstwiller. We were told we cannot tip her. And my guy goes, who told you that? Was it Charles or Dave? And he goes, no, it was the Tulsa DA. And my guy goes, what? Steve Kunstwiller? It was Steve Kunstwiller. He said he was the Tulsa DA. And my guy goes, that's a serious violation of her rights. Serious violation of her rights. Does he want to go to jail with them? Is he their bitch? You do not do that. So they began to get more information so that they could build the case. Okay, so we were told that Blankenship and Calvin and Kunstwiller were doing that so that I would come home short or just barely make it. So I would, clearly, I'd get my money and then I came home and I'd pay the bills and then whatever I had left, that's what I'd go buy groceries with. On this particular night, I literally had $30 for the week to buy food. Mr. Perry doesn't like women to eat. Deprivation of a human... Remember, this whole thing was open on human rights violations. Deprivation of basic rights and needs. They like me to starve to death. And if it's not because I can't afford to buy food, it's because they poisoned everything. So either way, I can't eat. Anyways, so they got... But that's why nobody will give them a name, because they do shit like that to people. Not even one. Not even one name in 15 years. A lot of money you spent... And nobody will give you eat because you do shit like that. Let's put a virus in their computer. Steal their phone. Oh my God. They got all that, you guys. We've heard you talking about it. You never shut up. You're the gift that just keeps on giving. Every contact, every problem, every loss gets me information just like that. You just expressed intent to damage property and steal property. Okay. At this point, you had to figure out that you're caught. And people don't like what you're doing. They don't like it. You're making everybody uncomfortable. So that's how we get it. And you're the gift that keeps on giving. It's so easy, it's not even fair. If there weren't so many people to investigate, you'd been in jail a long time ago. They got plenty on Charles and Dave for sure. And now Kunstwiller and Jerry Bender too. People don't like corruption. They do not like corruption. If you couldn't get that in the defunding police movement thing, you're not all there. They don't like misogynists either. If you couldn't get that in the Me Too movement thing, you're not all there. Everybody in this society in this day and age said, no, we're not putting up with that shit. We don't have to do that. We don't live on Noah's Ark. You don't act like that. You don't fucking act that way. We don't have to put up with it anymore. We want our kids and our grandkids to live in a better society. You are not going to come around and muck that up for them. Because we're going to muck you up. Okay, so what happens is I got $30. Okay, well, I park my car in a regular parking place. I walk in the store. Okay, if I had a lot of money, I'm going to be in there a while. But I only had $30, so it takes literally 2 minutes to buy the 3 things you can afford with $30 in Walmart. So I got my 3 things, I'm in and out. I walk out, and my car had been moved. And it's sitting behind another car that is parked in the parking place, right in the middle of the aisle, with green toe stickers all over it. And right behind me comes an employee from Walmart and a cop, TPD. And I move my car, and I'm going to park it, and I'm going to go back in and talk to the manager and find out, can you pull cameras? I want to see who the fuck did that. I told Officer Neely, and I told this guy, I have a stalker who illegally obtained a key to my car and just gets in it and does whatever. Drives whenever. When I'm sleeping, I don't know where he goes in my car. There's no telling. Or Calvin. Calvin was big on that too. I got shoe prints in my car that aren't on my shoe prints. So, I mean, they've left evidence. It's not like it's... So I told Officer Neal, I go, you can get the VIN number off the thing and go to a dealership and get a key. They also have a relationship with my car guy that I buy cars from a bunch of them since they keep wrecking my cars. His name is Mo. He works at Good Deal, and they flat told me that they're talking to him and got pretty mad at me that I called Charles a stalker. How do you call him a stalker? Isn't he your boyfriend? No, he's not my boyfriend. Okay. He's a stalker. I decide how I see the guy. He's a rejected, failed stalker. Too stupid, dumb fuck to figure out how to move on like the rest of us can when they get rejected. He's that mentally stupid fucked. Okay, they are, pretty much everybody agrees it's not normal to stalk. So if somebody is stalking, they got something wrong with their head. Because everybody else just moves on. We don't act like that. We just don't act like that. So if you got somebody that's a stalker, then they got something wrong and their head is fucked. Or they wouldn't act like that. You just move on. Find somebody else. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody gets rejected. Everybody else just moves on. Why can't you? That's why they make crime. Stalking is a crime in all 50 states. And it's federal too. So why are you always where I am? I rejected you because you repulsed me. And then I left and I moved to another town and then another state. To get away from you and never have to hear from you again. And then you never shut up. And you embarrass me and you repulse me and you make my skin crawl. And if you get anywhere near me, I will kill you dead. I don't go where you are, you're coming where I am. I'm not going to wait to see if you have a chloroform rag or a syringe or some sort of murder weapon. You get anywhere near me, listen to me careful when I say this. I will kill you dead. There's not going to be a wedding. I would kill you dead. You threatened to kidnap me and hold me hostage. You threatened to murder me. You threatened all kinds of harm. You've done all kinds of harm. So I'm not going to wait to see what you're going to do. I will kill you dead. And if I don't, the guys will shoot you in the head. Wherever I go, they come with me. They're around Dennis a lot too, in case you missed that. They care about people, especially women and children. And they will ruin you because they're criminals. They ruin crime and criminals. That's what they do. All you do is piss them off every day, all day long. And then you want their help. You want a phone call. You want to get me fired. Go live in your little pretend world, weirdo. Okay, so that's basically what happened. And the cop from TBD, he's like, I've never seen anybody park like that in my life. And I looked down and I go, do I look drunk to you? And he goes, no. And I go, okay, I didn't do this. I have a stalker that did this. Oh, I see, okay. Never offered to take a report. He didn't give a shit about me. I could have been killed and he would laying in my car dead. He wouldn't give a shit. TPD doesn't show, it shows great depravity of mind that they don't care about people dying on their watch and the blood all over their hands. They don't care. I don't know how one lives with themselves like that. I don't know how anybody can have that kind of mindset and just not give a fuck about life, people dying on their watch because they didn't do their job. Like Lucky Miller. I can't imagine how, I mean, that is so embarrassing that you are like that and that you have degraded the badge that badly. You have completely degraded the badge that badly. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Or shut up. Because I made a promise to Jerry Bender. I'm going to out-cop your guys. I'm not going to sue you. I'm going to out-cop them. Watch this. Watch me. I'm going to make them look like they're a bunch of idiots. Bunch of fools. Bunch of country bumpkin, blah, blah. Didn't she tell people that, Richard? I think I can frame her for a murder. Because I'm not going to let her make me look like a country bumpkin, redneck, stupid. Hee-haw. And so we got you talking about that. Now we have your intent to frame me for a murder. You know good and well I didn't do. The guys know everywhere I am, and I've not even been anywhere near that place that the murder was that you were trying to frame me for. But we have you talking about it quite a lot, Richard. You proud of yourself? You think your kids are proud? Getting people killed? Because you're not doing your job? I don't know how you live with yourselves. I really don't. I just don't. Because at the end of the day, your own family may pay the price for your failure to leave them with a safer community. It's your work product. That's the best you can do in your career in law enforcement? Is you the bitch of a sex weirdo who can't control himself, a pervert? Some little perv? Come on now. Okay, so that's what happened with my car. The funny thing is, had everybody stayed out of my wallet and I could have had more money, I might would have been in the store long enough for the tow truck to get there. So that was a dumpster fire shit show. But they do this every day. Literally, they do this every day. Stupid stuff like that. And they're stupid. They make mistakes. They start talking. Charles talks all the time. We're having you pulled over. Call me. We're having you arrested. Call me. Now you're the leak. Now you're the leak. I don't know. It's like he's trying to help us, isn't it? Because the results are, he helped us. Now we have information that we needed as pertinent. And we got it right from the horse's mouth. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, the other one is, how can she just do that and nobody ever says anything? How can she just do whatever she wants and nobody ever says anything? Can we get you a tissue, crybaby? You know, or some milk and cookies, crybaby? If only you were in the need to know and you had access to information that would be pertinent, you wouldn't say anything like that at all. Okay? And that I'm not even going to dignify that with any more of a response than that right there. Get you a tissue. Okay? Feel better? All right. So that's it for today. But all of this intel is for my son, for what David is doing to my son. You're going to pay David one way or the other. And for Charles's constant harassment. And we're going to make you broke. Call me. So you pay with intel right now. We're going to use the intel to put you in jail and ruin you and shut your whole thing down. And we've been saying that for years. It's not if, it's when. Okay? You win. Didn't you say you won, Charles? You win. Okay. Thanks for letting us know.